Spider-Man. The friendly neighborhood hero who leapt from the comic book pages of the 1960s to become one of the most beloved characters in pop culture. We've seen him in live-action blockbusters, on TV shows, in games, but today, we're diving deep into his animated movie journey. From his earliest appearances to the groundbreaking Spider-Verse, this is the story of how animation gave us some of the greatest Spider-Man adventures ever told. Spider-Man's history in animation goes all the way back to the 1967 animated series, famous for its catchy theme song. But when it comes to movies, Spider-Man had a slow start. For decades, most animated projects stayed on television rather than theaters. Still, the seeds were planted. Kids around the world grew up with animated Spidey adventures, from Spider-Man and his amazing friends in the 80s to the fan-favorite Spider-Man, the animated series of the 90s. These shows proved one thing: Spider-Man wasn't just a comic hero. He was a character who thrived in animation. Before Spider-Man ever swung onto the big screen in animation, there were direct-to-video releases. For example, Spider-Man, the Ultimate Villain Showdown in the late 90s repackaged TV episodes for home audiences. While not groundbreaking, they kept the character alive for fans who craved more stories outside the comics. At this point, though, no one could predict just how far animated Spider-Man movies would go. Everything changed with Sony Pictures Animation and their bold experiment, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse in 2018. For the first time, Spider-Man wasn't just Peter Parker. Audiences were introduced to Miles Morales, a teenager from Brooklyn who discovers his own spider powers. The film exploded with creativity, a comic book-inspired art style, groundbreaking animation techniques, and a story about identity, responsibility, and belonging. Critics hailed it as a masterpiece. It won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, proving that superhero animation could rival, if not surpass, live action in artistry and storytelling. Suddenly, Spider-Man wasn't one hero. He was many. From Spider-Gwen to Spider-Man Noir, from Penny Parker to Spider-Ham, the movie celebrated diversity, imagination, and the idea that anyone can wear the mask. In 2023, the sequel Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse raised the bar even higher. Expanding Miles' journey, it took us through multiple universes, each with its own unique art style, from the watercolor world of Gwen Stacy to the futuristic city of Spider-Man 2099. Fans were stunned by the level of detail, with animators spending years crafting sequences frame by frame. The film also deepened the themes of choice, destiny, and sacrifice. It wasn't just about flashy action. It was about asking the hard questions: do heroes always have to follow the same path? Or can they write their own story? Spider-Man animated movies did more than entertain. They changed the landscape of superhero films. Into the Spider-Verse inspired studios to experiment with animation styles, paving the way for films like The Mitchells vs. The Machines and even influencing Pixar and DreamWorks. And for fans, these movies became a source of hope and inspiration. Seeing characters like Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen on the big screen meant new generations could see themselves as heroes. Spider-Man was no longer just Peter Parker. He was a symbol that transcended race, gender, and background. From Saturday morning cartoons to Oscar-winning masterpieces, Spider-Man's animated journey proves one thing: the power of storytelling has no limits. Animation unlocked new worlds, new heroes, and new possibilities. And as fans eagerly await Beyond the Spider-Verse, one truth remains: no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, anyone can wear the mask. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Spider-Man's animated history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic movie stories.